Well, good morning, Grandma. We're glad you're here today.
Hi, the kids are all ready for you. They'll be glad to see you.
Can I please read with you?
You sure can. ¿Y qué tienes aquí? ¿De qué? Barbie. Ay, qué bueno. Ok. So, necesito leerme, ¿ok? Necesito leerlo. What? Waves. Very good. No. What's that word? Cane. Very good. Lazy. Muy bien.
Gracias, abuela.
De nada. Yo me gusta mucho cuando estoy aquí con usted.
You know, before I became a foster grandparent, I really didn't have a lot to do in my life. I'm the kind of guy that needs to be on a schedule. My wife told me I was turning into a big ugly vegetable.
Me too, Danny. You know, the thing of it is my mother's been gone for 8 years, and I've only been foster grandparent. This is my second full year, and I could have been doing this all that time when I was just sitting at home, watching TV, and doing absolutely nothing, and I could have had all this love that I get every day from these children.
Yeah, now I get up in the morning and I go to school, and a lot of times I've got the whole classroom full of kids, 20, 25 kids. So it's really cool. It's way better than coffee in the morning. I get 23, 24 hugs before 9 in the morning.
I know. You know, the really neat part about it is we get paid to do this. And all this fun that we have with the kids, and all the love that they give us, and all the help that we can give them. And you know, these little kids really love us. And sometimes they don't even have grandparents. They don't, you know, and we really take care of the role of a grandparent for some of them. When I first started working here, and they told me they was going to call me grandma, I thought, well, I don't know how that's going to work. But it works great, because I'll be going down the hall and somebody hollering around and say, Grandma! And they'll give me a big hug, and then off they go, and off I go to my next class.
Yeah.
It's really a wonderful, wonderful thing to be a part of.
Well, you know, don't tell them I told you this, but
Okay.
I probably pay them to do this.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. This little check that I get helps keep my car running, keeps gasoline in it, and
Money goes away, but kids' hugs stay with you.
that's true. That's very true. Yes, that is very true.
Last week, I got really sick with the flu, and I was really glad that I had all those sick days that I could count on, you know, so that my pay was consistent.
Me too. Yes, and it's nice to know when I go out on vacation out of state to see my family, it's really nice to know that I can use my vacation days.
Well, it's also great that we have insurance, you know, extra insurance, you know, when we go to and from schools and for our foster grandparent activities.
I agree.
You know,
know, our last in-service was really interesting. What did you think of the last in-service that we
It
had?
was very interesting. Got a lot out of it. Anything that we can do to help the children.
Yes. I know it's exciting to help the children, it really is, and I really think that I learn more from them than they do from me.
I know I do. In the 18 years I've worked, I learn something all the time.
Now that's wonderful.
We are so very fortunate to have the grandparents here at Hope Elementary. The students are eagerly awaiting them every day, and they're extremely excited to see the grandparents. The patience and kindness that comes with the grandparent is just a critical component that our students today need. They're very, very enthusiastic about having the grandparents help and support. We have some classrooms that have 20 plus students, and without the assistance of the grandparents, it would be very challenging to meet both their social, emotional, and academic needs. So we are beyond blessed to have the grandparents here at Hope Elementary.
Bye, everyone.
Hello, my name's Tom Judd, and I'm a foster grandpa at Emerson Elementary School. I work in the 3rd grade. I have 3 third graders that I work with specifically, but I also work with the rest of the class. I'm a retired school administrator, and this has really been a joy working with these young people. One of my friends has been a foster grandparent in the kindergarten and 1st grade areas, and recently they shared a story from kindergarten. During the winter, one young man asked the foster grandparent, to help him get ready to go home, and brought the boots to this foster grandma, and she was helping him get them on, and they were real tight. And when she got the boots on him, he said, "Grandma, you put them on the wrong feet." So they took them off, and she switched feet, put them on, and said, "Well, they're still tight." He said, "They're not my boots." And she said, "Well, why didn't you tell me?" And they took them off. She said, "Well, whose are they?" "They're my brother's. Mama sent me to school in my brother's boots." So she went ahead and put them back on him. And she said, "Okay, where's your gloves? You need your gloves before you go home." He said, "They're in my boots." And that was, what a blessing. We don't get frustrated. They make memories for us, and it just blessed this foster grandma all to pieces. And I would encourage anyone to consider being a foster grandparent in our schools.